Hi guys, this is Vicky. I wanted to share with you a project that I have been working on for about a few days. This is a project that I have made for my brother. I made this for him to go into his bedroom. And the Deco Mesh I had purchased from Hobby Lobby last week when they had their Deco Mesh 50% off. I had purchased the copper and the burlap deco mesh or the tan deco mesh and the ribbon that is on there. That ribbon was on clearance for $4, a big roll, and it was quite a bit, so I grabbed it up and I thought that would be perfect for this wreath. So I also added some copper tubing in there, and that tubing is also from the craft outlet, and I got a package of it, and I think there's 2 or 3, I think it's 30 feet that come in there, and it's quite a bit for what you get, for what you pay for, and I like it. I think it just adds enough touch when you need some more fillers. I was also looking for some rust or a burnt orange, like the color of the walls on my kitchen here, to ribbon to put in there, and I couldn't find any. And so I thought, well, let me go with the flowers. So I purchased those flowers from Michael's. Those were 50% off last week, and I think they are on sale this week too. So I added those in there along with those little yellow stems that are sticking out. I had used zip ties to tie those in. My sign, I had purchased my sign from Hobby Lobby last week. When I was there, I saw that sign and I thought that would be perfect for this wreath because the colors, it all kind of coordinates together and goes good with the Deco Mesh. And I went back this week and picked up another sign because I think somebody else that I showed this to said that they might want this sign in a Deco Mesh wreath that they want me to make. So I picked that up, and of course it wasn't on sale. I'm sorry for the interruption. I'm having problems with my air conditioner, and I think I'm going to have a new unit. I think the air conditioning unit we have is about 8 years old, and the guy said they don't last that long anymore, and to fix it, it's a coil. It's where the Freon goes through, and because we were running it, the Freon was low and it froze up, and they got to come back out tomorrow. But anyway, back to my wreath. The wreath, I used a working wreath, and that is between 15 to 24 inches, and the wreath that I made here is 24 inches wide, and it's 7.5 inches deep, so it is pretty full. My loops that I made for the wreath, I used the loops I made, I measured them out about 10.5 inches long. And then I used some tan deco mesh and an off-white deco mesh to kind of go with the sign. And I cut those at 10 inches in length, and then I gathered them up in the middle and put them into those twisty ties there and layered them in with the deco mesh and the ribbon. The flowers I got at Michael's. I like how the colors, because this is going to be some of the colors that he has in his bedspread, so I wanted to pull some of those colors from there and use a little bit of the copper because that all went perfectly with that faith sign. Let's see what else. And I wire tied the flowers in into the wreath, and those long stem little yellow flowers there, they're kind of sticking out everywhere. Those two also came from Michael's, and pretty much all the floral stuff came from Michael's. Let's see what else. Other than that, I just kind of cleaned up my ends. I still might have to do a little bit of trimming on some of the deco mesh that unravels Yes, that's kind of the aggravation, but it's sometimes, I mean, people might like it to unravel and some may not. And the more you mess with it, the more it unravels. So when I was messing with it, I've had to go back and take out some of those off-white and that tan color deco mesh out and put some fresh ones in there because it just looked awful. I mean, I don't mind it unraveling, but this just looked kind of just messy and hideous. So I thought, let me just redo a little bit of it. So I did. But I asked my brother when I showed him the wreath, he liked it. And I said, do you want the sign more in the wreath or laying on top? He said he liked it in. So that's why it's sitting in right now. I mean, why it's sitting in the wreath. So I'm going to take this to him, or maybe he'll come by this weekend and I will give this to him and he can hang it on his wall. And I think that's about it. I mean, it was pretty simple. I'd like to do a video on how I do my wreaths. So maybe I will. I'm trying to work on a lot of things that I've got going on. I've got a wedding coming up in May. So I have to work on a floral centerpiece. So I need to get started on that. I will need to probably do a video on the tables, the stuff that goes on the tables for the dinner rehearsal, or I mean, excuse me, for the wedding reception. I made some cute little jars with glitter on them. It'll be short, nothing long, but well, that's all that I have for my wreath. I hope you guys like it. I love it. I think it turned out beautiful. I thank you guys for watching and for subscribing to my channel. Take care and bye for now.